Hey everyone, welcome back to Critical Rocket with the next part of the chassis variant series with the Commando 3A. Now, stock loadout on the 3A is a flamer, medium laser, and 2 SRM6. A nice, decent short-range striker. Not a good rate of fire, but definitely good damage. I found the 3A to be pretty fun, actually. This was a mech with the flamer before the changes were made in the February 16th patch, so there's no new effects or anything there, and none of the exploitable heat mechanics that were recently hotfixed. But this mech, yeah, I found tend to work quite well. The medium laser firing in conjunction with the flamer made sense at close range. You could just keep the enemy's heat up a little bit while you were doing some damage, and if nothing else, you could drop their frames by a couple and, block their vision. While the SRM6s were your real damage dealer of the weapons on this mech. Obviously, it's stock weapons with I think it's an XL195, might be a 200, I can't remember, with more armor and obviously a little bit of extra ammo or heat sinks, whatever was more appropriate, whatever seemed to fit. But outside that, it's completely stock weapon loadout like all my other mechs, and yeah, quite enjoyed running this one compared to the 1D anyway. It felt like I had more options open to me, and I felt like I could actually get some kills with this thing compared to the 1D, which felt more like a kind of opportunistic killer. This actually feels like it could go after bigger mechs and do some serious damage. So yeah, the SRM6s are in an odd alignment, with one of them actually being in the arm and the other one being in the center torso. So when you're aiming, you have to keep that in mind when you're going after a target, is that one of your SRMs is going to fire from an odd angle. Whereas I said, the actual flamer situation with the medium laser did generally work out quite well. The flamer at least gives you the opportunity that if you know a mech is close to overheating, probably not on a map like this, but when it's on a map like Tourmaline or something, the flamer actually gives you a decent secondary option, or at least something to troll with. Its weaknesses are obviously the fact that once that arm with the SRM6 is blown off, I think you lose the medium laser or you lose the flame. But either way, it's a good chunk of your weaponry gone in one pretty solid hit. And yeah, with the Commando, I mean, losing any parts of a Commando is a bad thing to have happen to you anyway, so it's a slight weakness of the build. No different from the 2D, of course, with the SRM4 rack being in the one of the arms, but it just, because this is an SRM6, it's one of its main damage weapons, and yeah, certainly hits you quite hard. That aside though, the SRM strike capability combined with the speed of this mech makes it a serious hit and runner. That Atlas, just, yeah, the SRM6 are just so good on this thing. So I quite enjoyed the 3A actually. There's not, like the Locust, there isn't really a lot that can be done with the 20 to 25 ton range that can really keep them that varied. It's more iterations on a familiar theme. Obviously with the Commando, it's mostly trying to pack a big SRM weapon into it, with some kind of either heavier weapon, laser weapon, or energy weapon of some description, or just a mix of smaller ones. I imagine this would probably work better in MWO if you were to probably obviously dump the flamer, maybe even rejigger the SRMs to 4s and giving yourself a couple of lasers, maybe like pulses. Maybe even running it as a streak mech with heavier energy weaponry again. Something along those lines. One of the other downsides I found was that it doesn't get many shots. It's 2 SRM packs, I think, split between a ton of ammo. Yeah, you're not getting a lot. You're doing a lot of damage, you're just not going to do a lot of damage for long. After that, you are reduced to pretty much using a flamer and a medium laser, which ain't great. On any setup, it's not great, a medium laser and a flamer. So if you were going to try and run this stock, I suppose you would probably maybe sacrifice a little bit of speed, maybe dropping that engine in size a tiny bit to give yourself a little bit of extra ammunition, just so you can keep doing damage with those SRM6s. That aside, yeah, really fun. Maybe it was the map, I don't know. It didn't seem to have any heat issues, and I don't think there are that many extra heat sinks in it, if any. To be honest, I think it's just got the standard default 10 of what's required to run the mech. So yeah, 3A, I recommend it. Quite like it as a chassis. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be like the ECM variants that are out there, but yeah, not terrible. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you like these chassis variant videos. I'm going to try and do them for all the mechs that are in the game when I get around to them. So, have a good one, folks. Good weekend, good week, whatever it is, whenever you're watching this, and see you next time. Chris the Rocket, signing out.
New target acquired. New target acquired.